morning shooting new video for the channel. Some areas around the place I live in Washington now, or currently living in Washington now. I wanted to do a semi-short video to kind of wrap up the PCT hike. All the videos are out now. The response has been great. Viewership's been great. Comments and likes and subscribes. I've just been blown away by all that. So I wanted to do a video thanking everybody for that. And then kind of talk about the plan with the channel going forward. It's been such a success as far as I can tell. I mean, it's hard to know with YouTube, like the standard of how fast a channel should grow or whatever is very different. So, and I'm still learning about editing and posting and all the ins and outs of it. So any advice on that in the comments, greatly appreciated. I want to thank people that have shared my videos with other people, or maybe people that aren't on social media, let them know they're on YouTube. The other thing, I don't know if everyone is aware about signing up on YouTube, because you can watch YouTube without having an account and watch it for free. And I know I did that for years and watched a ton of videos on there, and I don't know that everyone knows that you can create an account on there, and then if you subscribe to someone's channel, it'll give you notifications when new videos are up, and it'll also recommend their videos to you when you're just searching for videos. It'll show you their new videos are up. So that's how the subscribing thing works, which I know for the first probably 5 years I was even on YouTube, I'd never subscribed. I didn't have an account. I just randomly watched videos here and there. So for those of you that don't know, that's how you can create an account. It's free. You do it through your email, and then you can subscribe and get notifications about it, because some people don't see my posts on Facebook. Some people, that might be a more efficient way. They can send you an email notification anytime a new video is up if you're interested in seeing it. So, oops, there goes the other camera. So anyway, yeah, plans of the channel going forward. I do have I do have, I think, 5 to 7 videos from the beginning of my PCT attempt to through hike, when I was going to do the whole thing, that I would like to release out there. I haven't watched them back at all. I was too depressed after the whole hike got called off that I never really went back and watched them. So I got some editing to do with those, but I would like to release those on the channel as well at some point. I also have some, way before that hikes, when I was doing sections of the PCT in Oregon. I don't know how good those are, and I don't remember how much I really filmed. They might not be enough to do a full video on. I don't know, but I'm going to go back and look at those. I think in retrospect those would be really interesting, especially if it's some of the same sections that I hiked when I did the whole Oregon section in the last series. So I'd like to kind of release those. The release of videos is probably going to slow down a lot. I was trying to do about 1 a day to get the whole series out, all 25. So it should slow down to a weekly video, or maybe 2 a week, we'll see. I would love from anyone who's watching on the regular and any of the other videos to leave me comments about kind of what you'd like from the channel. I've heard a couple of people talk about going through the gear I took and my bag and unpacking that and walking you guys through what I took and what I recommend, what I don't, that kind of stuff, what my gear looks like. I know there's been some interest in that. If there is, I could easily do an overall gear video, and I could also do a breakdown gear video on each individual item, if that's something people are interested in. And then I'm going to start attempting to do smaller hikes. Obviously, I'm going to have work coming up and a lot of other responsibilities, but I'd like to do some smaller hikes in this area and explore Washington, both with just solo hikes with me, but also weekend trips with my family. It is starting to get crazy windy here in eastern Washington and cold, and we had a snap last week or 2 weeks where the high wasn't above 34 for the whole week. So I don't know how much that'll limit us to how far we can go, especially towards the Cascade Range, which I'd love to explore, but that might have to wait till next summer. But there's a lot of little stuff in this area that I would like to check out, which is what I'm doing today, and filming for another video. So yeah, basically, if anyone wants to leave any kind of comments about what kind of you're looking for in the channel, what you'd like to see, I can't do, when you get to 100 subscribers, which is another reason to get more and more subscribers, I can do live video feeds. And I thought about doing a live Q&A if there was enough people interested in coming on here and doing a live video, and I could answer any questions about the channel in general or the PCT hike or whatever. If I don't get to that anytime soon, because I don't know now, because I'm not putting out the same kind of videos as I was, if the viewership will slow down or the subscribing rate will slow down. So maybe it'll be a while till I get to 100 from here. I just have no idea. Like I said, it's all brand new to me. So if I don't, I thought about possibly, I guess I could kind of use this video as one, but I might make another one just asking if anyone does have any questions, leave those in the comments, and I'll kind of gather those between a couple YouTube videos and Instagram and Facebook, and kind of gather the questions people have, and then sit down with them and do a video and just record that and then post it online, with and hopefully answering people's questions that way until I can get enough subscribers to do a live feed. And the thing with subscribers, I hate to be pushing that on everyone, like do this for me or whatever, but it does help viewership for the channel, because the more subscribers you have, the more views, the more likes, the more comments. Then in YouTube's algorithm, it suggests your videos more. So right now, if someone looks up PCT Oregon, I'm like the 8th or 9th or 10th down the list, because people have a ton more views than me on other videos, or they have a ton more subscribers or likes and comments, or the combination of. So that's why that helps, is the more attention I get, then the more it's suggested through YouTube. So people that are looking for it don't have to look as hard. People that aren't friends with me on Facebook and don't see my posts, or on Instagram and don't see my posts, it's a good way to connect with that audience, which I really have no other way, unless YouTube suggests it. And if you're just a small YouTube channel, YouTube's not gonna suggest you as much. So that's why that's important. Also, the live Q&A would be, or just live videos in general, would be fun to kind of do. And I can't do that, I think, till 100 subscribers. So there might be other milestones I'm unaware of. Like I said, brand new to it and trying to learn it. Oh, got a bunch of deer over here. Okay, I'm gonna pause this and we'll get back to it. Okay, anyway, I had to stop and get those deer and take a few pictures. So you get like bonus footage. You get the little talk here, and you get to see some deer too. So anyway, basically the point was just to thank everyone. I know I did that in my last video, but since then it's been a long time. I got all the videos out. Was brave enough to finally pull the trigger and do it. Got all those out. It's been so encouraging. I don't think I've had a single negative comment about it. I'm learning about where to post those the links to it. I don't want to just inundate people with it, so it's like, oh, this guy again. But anyone that's interested, I just want them to know, and I think people are still finding out about it. So I'm trying to learn about where to post it and advertise it, and all the ins and outs of YouTube about tagging the videos correctly so you're getting the right people. If they're searching for something like what you're offering, that they can find it. So anyway, I'm still learning the ins and outs, but on all my videos through the trip, I never really was like, subscribe, comment, because I just didn't fully have the confidence that I was ever going to do that. Plus, I was very focused on what I was doing. Now I'm very focused on the channel and trying to develop it. So the success has blown me away. I've been super happy about it. I wanted to get on here and make a video. Sorry, it's kind of an off-road. Oh, of course. And now we got a deer in the road, too. He made it to the other side. He's good. Super cool to come out early in the morning around these places, because I cannot. Oh, he's so. There he goes. Too bad. Anyway, yeah, just basically want to do a video for that, because I didn't really do that in any of the PCT videos, the like and subscribe and comment and whatever. And thank everyone. Thank people who reshared my posts or posted my video links in other places. I really appreciate that. Everyone's got probably a larger group of friends that don't connect to me that still might be interested. So that helps a ton. So basically just talk about what's next for the channel, and I'm not exactly sure what it's. I mean, obviously it's I want to get out there and do some more hikes and whatever's possible. I've talked about at some point I'd like to do the Washington section when it works for our family. We got other plans and things going on right now, but eventually I'd like to get back out there. I think I talked in one of the PCT videos about California, or maybe even through hiking the whole thing someday if it's possible. So who knows? A lot of it just depends on our job situation, our house situation, the success of other things we're trying to kind of get off the ground, YouTube being one of them. And see, is it something that legitimately could be something, good and viable? I have no idea. So, but if I don't throw everything into it and give it a try, then I don't think I've done it justice. So I'm trying to do the best I can to do that. So I kind of need to hear from everyone about, what are you looking for? I definitely know I can improve the videos. I kind of have a lot of problems with the first video, I think it is, on the PCT series. The sound's not good. It's windy. I'm like filming while it's uphill. There is a lot of heavy breathing in a lot of the videos. I apologize for that, but you're just hiking, and you don't realize until you watch it back how much the camera picks up of that. Sorry, I'm trying to navigate to a place I haven't been before, so I'm trying to do that at the same time. You don't realize how much of it picks up. So it's not until you're watching it back, you're like, oh. And the problem with this is I filmed everything and didn't really watch much while I was out there, or definitely didn't edit until later. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to film down here. Or even take this road. Might be turning around soon. Anyway, I wasn't able to watch it as I was doing it, so I couldn't correct from day to day. Plus, I kind of had a lot else going on, but I couldn't correct the videos from day to day and be like, ooh, this is what I want to do, where I feel like a lot of normal YouTubers, as they do that, yeah, we're going to turn around. As they do that, they're able to correct from video to video. And because I had all this content, I can't do much that I can't, besides editing, I can't do much to fix it. So I feel like that was why I kind of wanted to rush through, get all those videos out there, kind of as like one big video, kind of. And now I can kind of, now that I know a little bit more about what I'm doing with editing, I can improve, and I think my video qualities can improve, besides this one on a super bumpy road with camera jumping. So it's another learning curve thing. But I feel it's all part of the process, and I also feel it adds some sense of reality to some of it. That's kind of what I was going for in the hiking videos. I was inspired by a lot of YouTubers to, when I first learned about the PCT, and get out there and, get out there and try it, because of a lot of YouTubers. And I've seen every different style you can imagine of how to film that. And the top people, the Darwins and Dixies of the world, have really good high quality cameras. They're really good at what they do. I think Dixie might have a drone, or knows someone that does. So it's like beautiful shots, and I love it. And I'd love to get to somewhat of that at some point down the line, because I think they're really good videos. They're really inspirational for people, which is kind of my point. Is they inspired me. Now I want to inspire others, and to get out and do more and explore more and all that. So they're really good videos, but I think sometimes it comes off on some of those as just a little too glamorous, and the more there's a reality base to it. And then there's some other people I follow or watch their videos, NiKerrHiKerr being one, and he just films a video every day, and there's a lot of long rants where he's got opinions, and that probably turns a lot of people off. They don't quite fit with his opinions, and I don't know, not that I agree with everything he has to say, but I feel like he's being like real, and I like that. And I feel like you kind of see the dirt and grime of the thru hiking more in that. So it's like I'd like to kind of find a happy medium somewhere between there versus the reality. Also, I think it kind of helps with editing. It's like NiKerrHiKerr always talks about. He puts his videos out and just doesn't edit, and probably doesn't go back and even watch. Just puts the footage together and throws it out. So I think people could argue about what the quality is of it if you don't do any kind of editing for it. But I also think there's an argument to be made for the reality of it because of that, because you're not censoring yourself. So if you trip and fall, you're not editing that out. Or if you misspeak, and I think a lot of people on YouTube, and I get it, they have a specific audience, and that are expecting specific things from them, and they want to come off as professional, and I totally get that. But I think there's also a reality, because I think that sets bars too high for people to be like, look, they're just so eloquent and perfectly spoken, and they never make mistakes, or they never whatever. And I think it's good to show like the mistakes ends of it, that it's not all simple and easy. Sometimes there's sound on your camera, or sometimes you delete your footage, or whatever it be. I think those things are really good to humanize it and be like, it's not all glamorous, and sometimes it really sucks, or sometimes it's hard, the ins and outs and the difficulties of it, and discuss that. So anyway, long-winded way of saying that's kind of what I want the channel to be, somewhere in between those two as it grows. But I definitely want to hear from what do we got? I think I'm at 58 subscribers right now. Whoever the 58 subscribers are, and I know probably a lot of those are friends and family, and that's great, because I feel that's a perfect way to kind of keep in touch. And also, I think I said on one of the other videos, I'm not like, even with people I'm close with, I'm not like the super outgoing social person. Well, I take that back. The people I'm the closest with, family or super close friend, I am a little more social. But as far as like kind of that next level of people, I'm not, just because it's like a feeling out process, and it's like I don't know where I stand, and I don't want to offend, and I don't want to be too much for people. And I've got a lot of thoughts, and I'd like to share them with people, but I also don't want to overwhelm people. So in most social settings, I don't, because I don't know where they stand on it. They want to hear from me. I don't want to be that annoying person. I don't like annoying people that annoy me, so I don't want to be the same thing. So I feel this is the perfect opportunity. Like, if you want to hear from me, click play on the video. At any point, if you're like, enough of this idiot, then turn it off. And it's simple, and I don't have to annoy you any further. And in a social situation, that's hard for me to read. That's hard for me to know that I'm annoying, and I don't want to be annoying, or I don't want you to have to hear from me if you don't want to hear from me. But anyway, the point being that I think it's a perfect way to stay in touch with a lot of people, and to see a different side of me that a lot of people don't see, if they choose to, because I can hear a lot more from me and see a lot more of what's going on with me, and hear me talking to the camera. And that's not something they would probably see in their previous experience with me. So the rest of the people who I just don't know, who are strangers on YouTube or whatever, I'm super appreciative of that too, because you don't know me from anyone, you don't owe me anything, there's no curiosity, so it's just based on quality of the video. So I hope the ones that have gone out are good enough, or at least okay, or watchable. Excuse me. And I hope I can improve. But I want to hear from basically everyone on what you want to see in the channel, what you want to see from me, what's interesting, what are the, what are the positives about the video that I did, but what are the negatives? And constructively, I don't all this hate on YouTube about you do this and you do that. But if there's a way I can improve or make it more watchable or more enjoyable, I want to do that. If it's something I'm not seeing, I want to do that. I tried to bounce a lot of ideas off my wife and some other people around me and take people's advice about what they've said. Examples, if people want to know. I just started releasing the videos and I was just like very structured in labeling it PCT day 1, day 2, day 3. And my wife's like, you gotta add something more to the videos. You gotta give it kind of a title of the day. It's like, that's how most YouTube videos are, is what happened that day, what went on, or whatever. And so use your creativity to create clever titles, but also in what went on. And I did that. I don't know if it helped. I went back through and changed it. I don't know if it helped get me clicks. Maybe on some of them it did, and people watching it. But it was fun to do, and I like that creative outlet of thinking up clever names or whatever. And I think, too, for certain people, they might get the reference I make in those, or some people won't, but I like that it's like, it's not for everyone. Some of them might be like inside jokes with our family or things we say a lot. They would get it, but maybe not everyone. Or maybe some obscure person would get a reference to a movie or a line or whatever that I'd used, and I love that too. So that's an example. My mom had said something about the videos with my friend when he went out with me and my dad when he went out with me, maybe including them more in the videos, which is tough for me because I don't want to do stuff without people's permission. I don't like a camera being thrown in my face when I'm not ready for it. I'm more accustomed to it now because of the hike, which I like, and I think it's gained me some confidence. The whole hike in general has, but definitely with doing this. But I don't want to do that to someone else or put them on the spot. And then I also don't like being, kind of judge and juror as far as putting them out to the world, because maybe they don't want the world to see, or choosing what the world sees of them as far as how I edited it. Because people, I always hear on the TV show Survivor, people complain about how they've edited them to tell a story, which is not how they feel they should be represented. And so I wouldn't want to do that to anyone. So it's difficult. I try not to include other people in it. I do understand there's a draw for that, for sure. And I do understand people would like to see more of that, and in a different circumstance, I might have done that a little bit differently. But I really want, especially with my dad, I really just want to enjoy the time. Like, that's something we've talked about doing in some form or fashion and forever. And so that was important that I just kind of enjoyed that with him. Kind of same thing with my friend too, because I hadn't seen him in a while. I was moving to Washington. We had a lot of time towards the end of the hike to just sit and talk, which was fantastic. I don't know if bringing the camera out at any of those points would have ruined it. And he was also, the day he got picked up, he was in a lot of pain. I don't know that throwing a camera in his face and documenting your pain or documenting that you're having to leave early, is the nicest way to portray something of your friend. So it just becomes a little more muddy when it's including other people. So I think it's good advice for my mom, and I think I would have got more attention to the videos. They would have seen that. I think people probably wanted that. But at least for this, I feel it was kind of a private thing, and I'm okay with it. There's a lot of videos when I went on a lot longer and were long videos. Those ones were a little bit shorter, more picture heavy. I kind of wish I would have, gone off and filmed a little bit more to keep people up to date on what was going on in those days, because some of them, there was just not a lot of that. And other videos, I feel like there's way too much, which is another thing, which is probably a problem with this video too, that I do tend to go on quite a long. I got a lot of thoughts in my head. At this point, I'm not scripting this. Maybe if the channel takes off and I'm way more successful, that I'll have it all scripted out exactly what I want to say, but it's really just in my head, what do I want to say, what are the things I want to hit on, and then hit record. And maybe that's not the best style, but as far as where I'm at now, it's a learning curve, but I'm learning, that's what I'm going to do, because if I try to write it out and make it perfect with the way my brain works, at least currently, I'm just setting myself up for failure, where if I just shoot from the hip with it, try to include all that I want to include, and if I don't, catch it next time and kind of be okay with the imperfection of it, that works a lot better for me. It worked a lot better for me with the videos. And once I got them out there and people responded positively, even with things that I didn't absolutely love about them, that helped, because like maybe I'm a little too critical at times, and it's a learning curve and I'm going to adjust, so I can be okay with the things that are not quite exactly how I like them, because I'm gonna get better. So yeah, I think that was pretty much all I wanted to cover. I wanted to thank everyone. Thank you for sharing videos. Thank you for continuing to watch. Thanks for repeat viewing. Thank you for watching the videos all the way through some of the time. I know some of them were long. I know some of them were long-winded. Some of them were just a lot of me talking, and maybe a lot of you found that interesting. I go back and I look, and it feels like there's a lot of like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do this, and the next time a lot of me planning out loud. My mom said it felt like, you know, you must be getting lonely because you're more friendly with the camera, because it's the only person you have to talk to. Maybe that's some of it. Also, I think I got more confident with the camera in front of me at the end, which I really liked, and I felt like I could just say whatever instead of feeling like, say the right thing, or is this going to be good enough, or whatever. So yeah, I definitely think it got better along the way, but I also think there were some long-winded rants about things that maybe you guys didn't care about that I think I might have honed in if I had to do it again. So that, I think, and then basically what you guys want from the channel. So comment. I've had a few consistent commenters that have commented every video, and I appreciate that. I know not everyone has a comment. I know I used to be that kind of type on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, but I think now that I'm on here and I see the response I get from commenting to people's videos and or posts or whatever, I feel like you can bring so much more positivity. It's like a like or a love or whatever means something to someone, but to actually take the time to write out a comment, and not just a simple comment, like really respond to what they're saying, I feel connects you a lot better with that person. Like they really feel like you care, and you really are able to show that you care in that way. So I encourage that, to open up a dialogue on those websites, and if you're signed in, you know, then it's easier to do. So I definitely encourage you to, if you have any questions for me or comments, leave them there or on any of my posts. I'm trying my best to get to every comment and respond to people as best I can, or give you whatever information you're looking for. So what I'm hoping for with this video and a few others is just, what are we looking for from the channel? What are the questions you have for me? If I was to do a Q&A video about the hike, or even what's going on with us now, if you have questions about that. We don't know for sure, so I'm not doing out a full video of this is our plan, but if you have specific questions, I can tell you, you know, kind of where it's at now, or what we're thinking, or whatever. Or if you have any questions about what I've done so far on YouTube, or if you're interested in doing the same, or same thing with the hike and you're interested in doing the same. My knowledge is not vast in any means, but I know how useful other people's knowledge has been to me in both the hiking community and with YouTubing and social media in general. So anything I can lend to people, I'd love to pass that on, because really, to me, that's the core of the channel, is that I want to pass on that same inspiration that people inspired me through, other YouTube hikers inspired me to go out and do this. And I'd like to do the same thing to people, that it's like, you can at any age go out and do. I'm not saying exactly what I did, or even have to do that, but it doesn't have to be that. And that's a big thing I learned through the hike too, is I thought it had to be the through hike, and it didn't. It was just Oregon, and that was perfect. So I think it's the same thing with getting out there and doing anything to be active in the outdoors. It's just get out and do it. And it doesn't have to be a certain thing or a big thing or a far trip. It can be something local, like just what I'm doing today, to explore some local areas. So that's kind of what I hope it to be inspirational in that same way. And if it takes off, I mean, I don't want to, you know, if you're going to dream big. If it takes off and is super successful, then there's super again. If it takes off and is super successful, then it's something I can devote even more time to. Because right now I'm between jobs or between houses. I've got a little more time. I've had time to do this. Once the job comes, I don't know that I will have as much time for it. But if this ever grows to a place where it can replace some of the money we would need from the job, then I have more time to do this. And I'd love to continue to do this. Like I don't want to go back to the 9 to 5, at least not what I was doing before. It was so physically demanding, and I was ceilinged out as far as what I could make, and felt like I just had no legitimate room to grow, or didn't feel like a career, or that I was really cared for or taken care of. So whatever I do next, I want it to be more of a career. I want to feel like I have some room to grow in it. I want to feel like I'm gaining experience that's useful down the line, and ultimately I'd love to do something I'm passionate about, like this, like hiking and making videos and whatever. Now, legitimately, does that work with a family of 4? I don't know, but I know what all you guys have done to support it so far is very encouraging. So I appreciate that. It means the world to me. It's motivated me through the hike. It's motivated me through everything I've done so far, and to stay motivated that this could really be something special, and I'd like it to be. And you guys have made it everything it is, as far as views, as far as watching it, and likes and comments and subscribers, all your support on all the social media, all your positive feedback has made it exactly what it is, and has encouraged me to keep going with it. So I appreciate that. Leave your comments about what you want to hear from me, what you want the channel to be, and hopefully I can make it that. So I'm arriving at my next place. I'm going to shoot some video here. I'm hoping on the channel to do at least a hiking video a week, or some kind of video a week, or 2 videos. I don't know. I don't want to go through too much content. It probably will slow down to like once a week. I don't know what day makes the most sense. When I do, I will let you know that it'll be on a certain day. I'll release a video and try to keep that consistent, whether it be a gear review video, or a complete pack breakdown of everything I carried in the pack, or just a small hike. I want to bring my family on some of the hikes and film hiking with the boys and what that's like. So we'll do some of those, and there's a lot of little hikes in this area. But I can pop out and do a morning hike, 'cause I love hiking in the morning. Of course, it's super overcast today, but I think I already got some really good footage at the place I'm going to be doing the next video at. And now I'm stopping at a second place in a beautiful area, very different than everything I filmed, as you can probably see out the window. In Eastern Washington, a lot more dry, but these big, huge canyons and rivers, and yeah, it's just really cool how different it is than everything I did on the PCT. Plus, we're going into winter, so everything's going to look a lot different too. So, probably gone on way too long. Most of you have probably turned off the video by now. If you haven't, thank you. If that's a suggestion that I need to keep it briefer, maybe is briefer a word? More brief. Maybe that's the reason people do go off scripts, is because they can keep it more tight and neat and right to the point, and don't repeat themselves like I feel like I did like 4 or 5 times in the video. But at this point, that's authentically me and authentically where I'm at, and it's a learning process, and I think that in some ways is important for people to see too. So I'm here at the next spot. I'm gonna hop out and film a little. It's been super windy this morning, and I didn't pack enough for that. I've got my puffy, so it's pretty warm, but everything else. So I'm gonna hike a little bit, take some pictures. Starts to get cold, I'll be coming back, but those videos will be, I don't know what order I'll release them in or whatever. So this video will go up at some point. I got multiple 2 little hike videos that I'm filming today, and then I'll do some kind of gear review video at some point. So those will be coming out in the coming weeks. I don't know what the order of it is, but that goes back to just the nature of the channel. It's still a brand new thing. I'm trying to decide what all it will be and get it organized. So at this point, just to get a video out, thanking you guys, encouraging you to support the channel, encouraging you to let me know what you want the channel to be, and kind of giving you my thought on what I want the channel to be. And then leave any questions, possibly, like I said, a Q&A video, or even a live Q&A. I'd love to do. I mean, it freaks me out a little bit, but I don't know, with 100 subscribers, how many of you and what time of day works the best where you're really going to be able to get on and watch live. So there might, I hate to do a live Q&A and have like one person in the room where we're just having a conversation, but I hear you can get a lot of subscribers from Q&As, that people feel like they can connect with you directly. And if that's a positive thing for people, then I'd love to do it if they're interested in connecting with me directly. So who knows? So yeah, I'm going to wrap this up now, because otherwise I'll just find things to talk about, and this will go on forever. But thanks again for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos with more hikes coming up or gear reviews. Leave your comments about questions. Leave your comments about the channel. And yeah, thank you for supporting.